Look, anytime Disney's logo takes 30 or more seconds to pat itself on the back, I'm sending that. I'm honestly surprised they haven't, now that they own everything, created a 5-minute short film logo. You know most people would happily sit through that and buy a Blu-ray version of it and buy the Disney logo movie Funko Pop. I'm going to point out this Disney Presents text here because it's left hanging for quite a long time, and ultimately I wonder why they even put it here. This movie just started. It just started, and we're already doing a travel by map montage? It's like they didn't know how to open the movie and they just decided to act like they were 20 minutes into the thing instead. I'm sure kids did get excited about the circus coming to town in 1919, but this feels more like a commercial where they didn't have enough budget to hire enough extras. As the movie title screen comes up, I feel compelled to remind you that they have introduced it with a Disney Presents f***ing 2 minutes ago. Exciting music, circus train unloading, kid running happily. Why didn't they just open with this scene?
Breathing normal, heart rate normal.
I'm having a hard time understanding why these people are going to be shocked when they see an elephant fly, especially considering they have mice that are willing to dress up and clearly understand English. Characters are waiting patiently at the train track, hoping their loved one gets off the train, and after seeing everyone get off except the person they were waiting for, he or she miraculously appears to have been on the train all along. Cliché.
Don't you worry, everything's gonna be just like it was before.
Minus the dead wife, mom, and the missing arm, but other than that, totally normal.
I'm the strong man.
Yes, but we're all wearing multiple hats. You're in charge of budgets and accounting and inventory.
You have 60 people here, but you give strongman 4 jobs? Spread the responsibilities, man.
The influenza hit us like a hurricane. Natalia, Vincenzo, and then your wife.
This seems like a good conversation to have with the children present. I'm sure they've had time to deal with their mother's death, but why make them relive the story again?
I want to make scientific discoveries. I want to be noticed for my mind.
Little girl good at science is one of the few additions to this Dumbo story I can applaud. Still not enough, so this is still a sin.
Any day now, she's having a baby.
Roll credit. Wait, this isn't a Kevin Bacon joint. No credit rolling for you.
Dad! Don't worry, he's not going anywhere. He's stuck here.
Pessimism needs to hire this girl as its spokesperson.
Casey Jr. comes down the track.
Max stumbling through Casey Jr. is the perfect parallel to how much thought Disney put into this remake.
Good God, son, you're gonna make me miss the war.
What?
Do not call the papers. Tell me you didn't do it. You did it?
But when would Rondo have had the time to call the press? And how would Max not know that he had? They were in the same compartment together when they heard the news. It was while Max was taking a bath, which brings up so many more questions.
A face only a mother could love.
This is a part of the movie I don't understand. Sure, Dumbo has big ears, but the one thing this movie nails is that Dumbo is f***ing adorable.
This is my problem? Yes, you tend the elephants. Make those ears disappear.
This movie already makes me want to light my eyes on fire.
We tried an experiment.
37% of this movie's dialogue is Millie saying experiment. If only there were a better, more original movie about a circus with magical animals where Danny DeVito plays the ringmaster. One day, perhaps. So, that happened. So what is this audience is thinking here? That Max would create fake ears for an elephant and then try to cover them up with a bonnet?
Nobody's gonna hurt your baby.
Rufus, no!
F***ing Rufus.
How'd you like your job now, cowboy?
How exactly does this help Rufus with his job? If Max's circus has to close down because of this, none of them will have a job. So Rufus f***ing died? This is the weirdest and most unnecessary death in a movie since Bump Bailey. So a ukulele campfire song and Dumbo's raw innate curiosity will have him burrowing under a tent to learn more. And honestly, her song is not very good. This elephant trunk reunion is exactly 1/8 as powerful as it would have been if they were octopuses. Terrible hiding jobs. No one is really parenting these kids, and it shows.
You're not supposed to be in here alone. I'm not. You're here.
Millie would be great at CinemaSins.
He's sad. You don't eat when you're sad.
I got 50 pounds gained from breakups that would beg to differ.
We're calling him Dumbo now? If we call him Jumbo Jr., it might make him miss his mom.
But calling him the name all the people were shouting at him and making fun of him with will bring that self-esteem up.
Your mama, she didn't mean to hurt anyone. She was just protecting you.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up for a skip.
Nobody wants to be alone.
I mean, Bigfoot doesn't seem to want any company. I'm just saying.
It's not the peanuts that made him do it. It's the feathers.
Yeah, and how was that not super obvious when it happened the first time after he sneezed out a feather?
Dumbo!
You are going to kill him! The sequel's going to be called Dumbo's Subdural Hematoma.
An all-time low.
I mean, this is bad, but not sure it's Fantastic Beasts or Total Recall bad.
He's scared. I know. Now he's up too high.
But they've practiced this, right? So wouldn't he already be used to how high he has to go? And he's not even supposed to fly in this scenario. So what are they even monotoning about?
He won't fly without a feather.
You know this already. Why'd you send him out there with no feather plans? You will believe a CGI elephant can fly. Oh man, he's dousing the bullies. The circus is saved. I can't believe Disney released a theatrical film under an hour in length.
Sotheby, cancel my dinner with the president.
Damn it! Man, these people are really stoked about a fucking car. Why do so many people wear feathers in this movie?
He doesn't look like magic to me.
Well then, case closed, guy who hasn't said a single word before now. This scene has Batman, Penguin, Bullseye, Vulture, Miss Peregrine, Birdman, and Sonny Crockett all in one scene, and it still sucks.
It's up your sleeve.
It's in your pocket.
And when did VA put that in Max's pocket? If he's got that kind of sorcery up his sleeve, what the does it need a flying elephant for? Michael Keaton is going to swoop in here, see the exponential potential that this small operation is only capturing a small part of, and make a shady deal to eventually steal the potential away and build up his own empire. And I just realized this movie is the founder with circuses. No one will be seated during the Baz Luhrmann's Great Gatsby portion of the movie.
Way to work your magic, bitch!
I look forward to the sequel, Magic Max XXL.
I still can't ride.
Oh, I know you can, and you're going to. Right after you get that little elephant off the ground for me.
They haven't seen Dumbo fly yet? That would have been a pretty important part of their investment in Max and Holt.
On Friday, we premiere our little Dumbo.
Everyone signed off on this asshole's partnership deal pretty f***ing quickly, no? They never even caught a whiff of evil, because I think his cologne as Tommy Hilfiger's evil.
Just so you know, I've been to France. It wasn't a good experience.
That's racist. But he doesn't actually need the feather to fly. In the compartment toward the beginning of the film, when he was flying, he was actually chasing the feather, and had not ingested it yet. So the logic here is bull.
Mr. Vanderveer, I have one question. Exactly what do I do?
Huge red flag that is summarily ignored.
Where'd Vanderveer find you?
I was a street performer in Paris. He discovered me.
You are a f***ing trapeze artist. How did you do that on the f***ing streets?
Who's been dreaming like I've been dreaming?
I'm not 100% sure Michael Keaton is giving a good performance in this film, but I am 100% sure he would have made a better Willy Wonka than Johnny Depp.
Right wing? Check. Left wing? Check.
What the hell is this? He flies when he has the feather up his trunk, or when he's chasing a feather that he wants up his trunk. That's it. The red and green flags and verbal commands are unnecessary and only here to give Michael Keaton a reason to steal the elephant from the kids. The insistence that we try to make Dumbo fly with a female rider is a problem. This asshole thinks a flying elephant isn't enough of a draw on its own, and he wants to with that elephant's status quo. Honestly, how did this dickhead ever build a successful theme park if he's this stupid? Disney, which unironically sells plush Dumbo dolls in real life, will now make fun of a corporate entity so vile and money-grabbing that it sells plush Dumbo dolls. And I am Jack's complete lack of surprise. Movie has time for way too many seconds of this musical cake layer dancing opening number bull.
That's why they're gonna send a man up there one of these days, and my bank is going to be the bank that finances the expedition. What do you think of that?
I think it's unnecessary to the plot and confusing, honestly.
Now let's get this show on the road!
Eat my ass.
Round and round, just like we practice.
Question, do they still stupidly think he speaks English? Or did they teach him English off screen? But when you do the finger cross on both hands, you negate your own luck. Everyone knows that. I wondered going into this how they would work in the pink elephants, and then by the time it got to that sequence, I realized I no longer cared. Also, these are f***ing bubbles, not balloons, and this is less believable than Dumbo flying.
Let's get ready for Dumbo!
Man, this movie, this guy, this stupid line, and this movie. Everyone behind the circus scenes is now realizing there are no nets, and that there should be nets, or someone might die. But Michael Keaton ordered the nets removed, and it looked like he did it as a way to ramp up the spectacle. But if the circus performers are only just now realizing there are no nets, does the audience even realize it at all? And if they don't realize it, you haven't increased any of the spectacle, only the danger. It is weird, though, that even now with her dangling perilously, the net guys aren't scrambling to set up the nets to save her. And of course, Dreamland has Jumbo because movie.
Dumbo, it's okay.
You two did not run that distance. I saw how far he flew, and you have tiny child legs.
Guys, go easy. It's just a baby. Soldier, I give the orders here.
Really? Because earlier you said...
Captain Ferrier is in charge.
I saw a vanishing act. I'm not investing 1 cent until I can see this works.
Okay, maybe you have some reservations after seeing Dumbo fly out of the main event tent, but you saw that thing fly round and round inside the tent, and that is a goddamn miracle that any rich investor would throw money at, even if there were a few kinks to work out. Jesus.
Get rid of the mother. You know where to take her. But sir, you can't just kill her.
And why would he? The whole reason he had Alan Arkin there was because he needed money, so he could at least make a little by selling Jumbo to someone else.
Mom always knew what to say. No matter what. She always knew.
This is a cliche. I'm calling it. It's the widowed parent says the now dead parent always knew how to something with the kids cliche.
I miss Mama.
Yeah, so do I.
Me too. I miss her too. Say, why is this exhibit still open when everything else is closed? Dumbo ripping off the OG Lost in Space robot in a Tomorrowland ripoff, all in a remake. This headline makes sense, but the article underneath about a labor conference does not.
Goodbye, little friend.
I haven't interacted with you at all, and we only knew you like a day before our circus got bought, and it's only been like 2 days since then, but I will miss you terribly.
We wanted to see him one last time.
The act that got you all fired? Kinda weird, but okay.
This Dreamland doesn't deserve it.
No circus does.
Christ, lady, you switched sides so hard and fast I got whiplash. He was terrified. Dumbo's reputation was ruined because he flew out of the tent. But look at the goddamn rabid turnout on night 2. Why would this theme park's behind-the-scenes employees-only area have a sign for a rides back entrance?
All right, Big D, it's all up to you now.
But does he know the plan? Does he speak English? Why did you put all the plan's success or failure on the shoulders of a baby? Also, Big D? Yeah, they really should have thought about that nickname some more before finalizing it.
Are you sure you can do this?
With one hand tied behind my back.
Hard to feel like this movie spent any time considering the life of actual amputees, and they almost certainly just used the condition as a lazy bit of character development. That's the best the strong man could do in bending those bars? He should resign immediately in shame.
Making his second Dreamland debut.
That's not a debut. Medici helps the heroes in their rescue here with a command to the guards, but yeah, he's still a piece of Should it really have been the one-armed guy's job to climb the steep tent? Man, I haven't seen exciting tarp-cutting action like this since Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Some bull. Dumbo is just pulling levers willy-nilly here, but it ultimately appears like he pulled all the ones the Resistance planned to pull themselves, and that elephant's English-speaking skills far outpace its flying ability. I guess they were struggling on how to take out Vandermeer, so they wrote a climax where he is so mad about the elephant getting away, he willfully destroys his empire despite repeated warnings from his loyal employees. And I'm just saying, he was presented to me as a money-hungry scam man, but now he's being presented like he's the f***ing Joker or something. Convenient horse riding ability is conveniently needed later in the movie. Man, our hero sure did set in motion a plan that nearly killed a few hundred people. Dumbo has no way to know that Holt and the kids are trapped, but Dumbo knows that Holt and the kids are trapped.
Dumbo, remember this? From my mama?
I don't even f***ing remember it. How would he? It's been an hour or so for me, but several days for him. And he's a baby elephant with a mushy brain.
There ain't room for the three of us.
How does he know there's room for the two of them? This seems to be a 50-50 chance of saving your kids or them falling to their unnecessary deaths. Objects in mirror are more centered than they would be in reality. Dumbo flying over New York is basically Harry Potter and friends flying over London, only with none of the awe and all of the awe, damn it. All of these dock workers have basically no reaction to a flying elephant. Seems like a happy ending until you realize Holt is most likely going to prison for having nails drawn and quartered.
Welcome to the Medici family circus.
Who's he talking to?
Room 2! Room 2!
Don't know what I'm gonna do yet until I do it.
Creativity is to allow yourself to make mistakes. Art is to know what mistakes to keep.
This is the process.
Funny story about that.
What? Get me a soda with some ice in it.
To be or not to be?
To be or not to be.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Hello, metal husband.
Dad, I can't let you sell him. Stampy and I are friends. How would you like to be sold to an ivory dealer?
I'd like it fine.
Even if he killed you and made your teeth into piano keys?
Who wouldn't like that? To be part of the music scene.